You know, one thing I want to impress upon you is that trading is a life skill. We teach trading as a life skill, like cooking, like growing food, like the other things that I find to be important, other life skills. I find trading to be a life skill. Why is that? It's not just a hobby. This is something that you can do from anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world with a Starlink internet connection like I have right now. You know, we don't have any, we're out here in the woods, and we don't have any internet connection out here. There's no internet cables. There's no underground cables. We're surrounded by trees, so, you know, we can't get any of those dishes. But we do have a Starlink that we have a hole in the sky above our roof, and that's where Starlink looks, straight north, or in that direction that you're supposed to line up your Starlink. You can do this from a sailboat, but if you want to get a piece of property out in the middle of Oklahoma and put a shed out there and just live out there and trade and make a few $100 a day, that's all on you, man. Congratulations. I hope you do it. You know, if you want to have your solar power out there running your EcoFlow system like we have as our backup out here, and it's just, you can do whatever you want to do. That's the point. That's the point. You can be wherever you want to be. You learn this skill, you learn how to think about this skill properly, and you learn how to implement this skill. You don't need any money saved up to trade with. I wouldn't recommend that. We use a proprietary firm that will fund you and give you $150,000 in trading capital when you show them that you know how to trade. And what happens is that once you profit there, then you can withdraw your money that same day. And it goes straight to your bank account, ACH, you know. That's freedom. That's freedom. We teach you how to look at the market, and we teach you how to see the market as a door. See a door forming in the chart. And you're going to know when that door is about to open. And when that door opens, you can reach your hand in there, grab a fistful of cash, and pull it out before that door closes on your hand. That's what we show you how to do. And you can do it every single trading day, you know. This is a life skill. It's a life skill for freedom. You have no boss. You have no clients. You have no inventory, no startup capital, right? You have the cost of your education. And either you pay your education to somebody that's going to teach you how to do it, somebody like us that's going to teach you how to do it faster, or you pay your tuition to the market in lost transactions, in lost trades. And what took me specifically years to learn is going to take you weeks or months. We're cutting your learning curve. That's our aim. That's what I want for you. And what I want for you is to understand our process, which you can pick up pretty quickly because most people do. I want you to understand our process, which has been distilled down now to just what works. And now in our 6-week classes, people don't even have any questions by week 3 or 4. It's kind of frustrating for me because people are learning it so quickly now. But it's so valuable. You know, it's so valuable. They're making $2,000, $3,000 trades in their second and third week just learning how to do this. I pride myself on that. You know, not a sinful kind of pride, but because the Lord showed me how to do this. You understand? The Lord made me a teacher, and He blessed that. Evidently, I didn't know that was going to happen, but that's what happened. So, at any rate, this is a life skill. Okay, when I was 18, my dad told me, he said, son, you need to learn a trade. No matter what it is, learn a trade, not to trade, a trade. He didn't care if I became an electrician. He didn't care if I went and followed his footsteps in oil and gas, which I did. He didn't care if I was a plumber, carpenter, whatever. Just something in case life doesn't work out, something you can fall back on, a life skill to have that if whatever your entrepreneurial plans are don't work, you can always go back to that and make a living. That's what a life skill is, okay? That's what learning a trade means. Whether it's welding, doesn't matter. With this, learning to trade gives you that ultimate freedom that didn't exist when I was a kid, okay? I'm 44 now. It didn't exist when I was 18. It exists now. And with these types of firms, like our partner firm, that will give you $150,000 to trade with that you don't have to pay back, and it's not a loan. Okay, we'll show you how all this works. Because of that, and because of Starlink, and because of TradingView, and in the internet, systems that we have today, you can trade from anywhere in the world. And if anybody says, well, what if the internet goes down? Well, dude, the world's got bigger problems if the internet goes down. You got bigger problems than you think. If the internet goes down, the entire world shut down, But yeah. But at the end of the day, this skill, and I don't believe this is the only skill you should know how to do. You're a man, okay? You should have multiple skills. But the beauty of this is that there's no inventory, there's no boss, there's no clients. You trade on your own time. We don't teach you to stare at screens all day. My son, who's 11 years old, has a deal called Set It and Forget It. And he goes and he places a trade just like I teach him how, and then he walks away. And the trade either hits his take profit or it hits his stop loss, one or the other. I don't always advise that, but it works out more often than it doesn't, which is what we need, So this here, being this life skill, allowing you the time to do what it is that you want to do with your life and not have to, look, if you want to live on a farm, you don't have to have that farm provide all of your sole income. That's the point. Do what you're passionate about and then have your income provided by something else, which is in this case trading. Okay, what's going on here is that we have a transition in the world. We have something going on now that allows you to see this and move forward, and allows you to take advantage of what's happening in the world today. If you're sick of your 9 to 5, I don't blame you. I haven't had a 9 to 5 in Lord knows how long. If you're sick of your 9 to 5, I'm not telling you to quit right now. I'm telling you to get involved and start learning this. I'm telling you to, at minimum, join our school group. At minimum, join our school group. Okay? You're going to get information in there that's going to change your life just by being a part of that group. Just by talking to the people that are in there. Just by getting the free trainings that are in there. Okay? Or trainings that are complimentary as part of your membership. I highly recommend that you embrace this as a life skill. Anybody can learn this. You don't need a degree. You don't need a degree in finance. I don't have a degree in any of that. Okay? I went to school for marketing. I don't have any licenses to trade. I'm not trading other people's money in that capacity, right? I'm not taking on clients for trading. I don't need licenses for this. This isn't a hedge fund either. Not that you need licenses for a hedge fund, but we don't need any SEC registrations or FINRA or any of that kind of stuff. You don't have to worry about any of that. This right here is freedom calling, and at the end of the day, when you sit down and you see our testimonials and you see kids that are able to do this, I want you to think, when am I going to get started? Because if you wait, I'm going to do that in 6 months when I have more time. You're not going to have more time in 6 months, buddy. You're not going to have more time in 6 months. You're just going to be older. You know, we teach mindset here, and we teach how to use stoicism, right, to help you to be an efficient trader. We teach, and that teaches you about all kinds of things, helps you level up in general as a man. Okay, it helps you be her hero. You know, it helps you to be a better father. You know, all of these things, this is holistic. Okay, we're not just, I don't care just about teaching you how to trade. I want to teach a holistic solution for freedom, for not just for you, but I want you to pass this down to your kids, right? That's what I want for you. I want you to pass this down to your kids, and I want you to create legacy in your family. All right, take care. God bless. Bye-bye.